Peace be to you. A man of the theater came to see me a few years ago. And his reason was this. He said that one night after a show he was talking to a number of theatrical people backstage. And they said to him, "You are a Catholic, aren't you?" He said, "I used to be." But he said, "I've done considerable reading in comparative religion, psychology, psychiatry, and metaphysics, and I had to give it up. Nobody could answer my questions." Someone said, "Why don't you go to Bishop Sheen and have him answer your questions?" So he said, "Here I am. And I have a number of questions I would like to put to you." And I said to him, "Now, before you ask a single question, you go back to the hotel where you were living, get rid of that chorus girl you're living with, and then come back and ask the questions." He threw up his hands, laughed, and he said, "Oh, certainly. I'm trying to fool you just like I fooled myself. That's the reason." I saw him not very long ago, and I said, "Well, you are still off the track, aren't you?" He said, "Yes, but I have not thrown away the map." Now here was a perfect example of someone covering up conscience. And it is of conscience that we would speak. For conscience carries on with us a kind of an unbearable repartee. We are very different from the rest of creatures, regardless of how much we insist on similarities. What makes us different is that we can reflect, turn back upon ourselves. No stone can ever turn a part of itself on another part of itself. No page of a book can so completely be absorbed in another page of the book that it understands that page. But we humans, we have the power of looking at ourselves in a kind of a mirror. We can be pleased with ourselves. We can be angry with ourselves. And so it is possible for us to have tensions of all kinds which do not happen to animals. You will never in your life see a rooster with an Oedipus complex. You will never see a pig with an Oedipus complex. No animal ever has a complex. Scientists have induced ulcers, indeed in some animals, but they were introduced by humans. The animal left to itself, however, never feels this tension. We do. We feel a tension between what we are and what we ought to be. Between the ideal and the fact. We are somewhat like a mountain climber. We see the peak way up at the top, to which we're climbing, and which we hope to attain. And down below, we see the abyss, into which at any time we might fall. Now, why is it that conscience does trouble us this particular way, when it does not trouble the rest of creatures?
To download the complete version of this talk and hundreds of talks by Archbishop Fulton J. Sheen, visit fultonsheen.com.